This video is sponsored by Whale Street, a new decentralized token swap protocol running on Ethereum. Now, Whale Street is designed in particular to allow people to swap very large amounts of tokens, but it has a sort of gamified NFT based structure around it. I'm not going to go through this entire blog post, as you can see. I'm just going to head to the summary. And so what Whale Street is designed to do is allow people to make massive currency swaps without crashing the system. It has a token called LST, and if you contribute to the liquidity, you earn this shrimp token, which is both of these are ERC20 tokens. Shrimp token is a kind of reward token, but you need the shrimp token as well to bid for and buy NFTs. And the NFTs are what allow you to make a swap. If you have the NFT, you become a swap master. You set the terms of the whale swap, what tokens to swap and when, and also the percentage of the fee you get. Everyone is rewarded in shrimp for the process that goes on here. As I say, this is super interesting, rather complicated. I suggest if you're interested, you go and check the blog post. But thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. And today we're going to talk again about NBA Top Shot, which, yes, I know isn't a game, but is a NFT series. There is a game coming, so they keep telling us. They did actually. I thought the game would be they give up on the game, but apparently they're not giving up on the game. The game is coming. So anyway, I'm talking this about the NFT collection and just the incredible kind of traction it's getting in the market. So let's start off with Crypto Slam. We can see total lifetime trading volume is $218 million. We have 83,000 owners and 69,000 buyers. I think the difference here is some of these own cards and they didn't buy them, so you can gift cards to people. So I think that's the discrepancy there. If you look at the last 24 hours, it's actually slowed down a little bit, down 50%, but it's still $18 million in the last hour. And we have $144 million in the last 7 days. Okay, pretty crazy. But what's interesting, I think, is, and particularly for blockchain projects, is when you start to see the community building some of the tools that that you would otherwise potentially expect the developer to be building. So obviously we've had this in the past with open source things, and there's lots of games that have third-party kind of tools attached to them, stuff like Minecraft, loads of stuff like that. But it's interesting, blockchain particularly because it's everything's sort of open APIs and stuff. So and I guess there's a financial aspect, so that just makes it a bit clearer for people to be able to build in this sort of stuff. So in the past I've had a look at this. So this is Intangible Market. This was the first. This is the first kind of tracker that supported NBA Top Shot. It looks like it's going to do other Flow products, other products on Flow when they come out. At the moment, the only thing on Flow, which is Dapper Labs' new blockchain, is NBA Top Shot. So this is, you can see, a bit of a manual process. So it's not been updated now. A few days. So obviously, this is someone who's kind of doing it off their own. Obviously now I couldn't do this, so obviously they know more than me, which doesn't say much. It's kind of interesting here. So we can use it. This is their account here. So it says gift a moment. Their username is Intangible. One of the things people use this for in particular, what most people, I guess, put in their username and they go and see what the value of that account is. So we can see Intangible has nothing in his account at all, so no one's gifted him anything. That's unfortunate. And then this one came along. This is Evaluate Market. So again, this is only supporting NBA Top Shot. It's a kind of a random sort of a generic URL. So I don't know what other stuff it will support. We could type in a player's name here. Let's type in Tyler Hero. And so we can see here. Let's look at an expensive one. And it's gonna pick up the sales trend, so we can kind of see this particular one here. Well, one of them sold for 30,000, but we can see that's a bit off. But we can just kind of look to see what's going on with this particular moment. So we can see how many are in circulation. We can see the market cap, so that's basically the price now times the number that are out there. So 40% of these are still in packs, 60% are owned. Looks looking like I think that's right. Lowest ask is 2,400. So we can see here, this shows the scatter. So we can see, I think the blue line is sort of the average. Looks like a trailing average. So you can pick that up. And then we've got the individual price points that are showing that, and we can see here the volume. So this is looking at the number of numbers sold in a day. So all this kind of stuff's really kind of interesting. Again, the thing people are interested in doing is looking at the account types. We can actually, let's have a look. So here is we're looking at market movers. So this is the change in 24 hours. Which ones are going up and going down. Which are the players, the moments are going up and down. And there is, if I can find it somewhere, maybe it's not here. Okay, let's move on to this one. So this is the kind of one that inspired my video. So this new one's come along, Moment Ranks. Again, this is NBA Top Shot valuation. You can see as we've gone through the cycle of these three, they become a bit more sort of professional and a bit kind of easier to use. And this one's sort of interesting in the sense that the other ones have lots of sort of complicated things. You can see I was kind of struggling to kind of use them. Whereas this one, you can see is a little bit more user-friendly. So we have accounts, moments, watch list, sales about. We can sign in if we want to, giving away a moment to celebrate launch. First thing, big number here. So this is the total market cap. This is the price of all the. This is the averaged estimated price. If all the moments were going to sell to some Elon Musk was going to buy them all, how much is everything worth? So almost up to $2 billion of market cap. Obviously, this is an estimate. Remember, we've got the all-time sales is $218 million of trading value, but this is the market cap. So as with any shares or something like that, you would have like the daily volume that's being traded, which in some cases might be bigger than the overall market cap, depending on the share. And this is the market cap, which is the total number of kind of units out there. Obviously, with shares, they're all worth the same. With moments, they're not all worth the same. And here's the interesting thing: is we can see here. This is the top account. So the top accounts. So I don't know if this is the official account, but someone has named their account, their username, NBA Top Shot. Someone who obviously got in quickly. I would think this is. I wonder if this would be the developer's account. Anyway, they've got $98 million. Oh, that's a profit actually. 98, yeah. So they've not bought any. So I would imagine this is the sort of an account for the game, and quite what they're doing with that. Not entirely sure. Maybe using that to kind of gift things, but obviously the developer would want to. The developers wouldn't want to be using their personal accounts for this. They would want a centralized account, maybe for gifting stuff out to people and that sort of thing. So I would imagine that is what he's doing. That is there. So if that's the case, the biggest account, kind of personal account, is Whale Vault. So Whale Vault Whale Vault is Whale Shark, a well-known NFT collector, been around, really kickstarted as kind of NFT collecting as an investment in 2020. He's got 50 million. 6,000 moments. Also, there's another Whale Vault here. So if you look at so if we combine these two together, Whale Vault is $77 million of value. So he's someone with he's bought millions of dollars of NFTs, and he got in fairly early to NBA Top Shot, which is why he has this incredible kind of a situation. You can see here, it's interesting that the lifetime profit here. So I'm not quite sure how Whale Shark operated these, but I know some other people have come in and sort of bought accounts from people. So they've not gone in and, because they have so much money to spend, they're not going to go in and buy individual moments. That would just take them too long. Just buy 6,000 would be a nightmare. So they've just come in and basically bought accounts from people. I know that's definitely the case. So I'm not quite sure. This is Pranked, which I think it probably is Pranksy. Pranksy is another big NFT kind of mover and shaker, and he definitely tweeted out that he'd bought a bunch of accounts, and Dapper Labs had kind of helped him out, kind of move those over to his account. So if that is him, he's got $28 million. The other interesting thing, I think, so obviously we don't know who most of these people are. These are just made up sort of names. Roham. So the CEO of Dapper Labs is called Roham. And these two have picked Crypto Kitties as their icons. So I'm guessing these two are Dapper Labs people. Is Steve the CTO? He might be the CTO there. I'm not sure. He's got a German name. Anyway, so I'm guessing these two here are Dapper Labs people, and they've got $19 million. Roham seems to have got much better cards. He's only got 2,300 cards, and Steve's got 10,000 cards, but they both have roughly the same amount of value. And finally, down here, number 15 is Napoleon. So I think he's Napoleon NC underscore NC on Twitter. I had a bit of a discussion with him back in December about NBA Top Shop when he'd tweeted out he'd spent $50,000 buying up cards and sold some off and was in profit. And we had a discussion about how to value cards, and all a bit pointless now given what's happened. So anyway, his account, his $50,000. I think he did an account with it may not have been his own money. I think that they pulled some money together with some other people. Anyway, he's up 16,000%, $14 million. So who was right there? Well done, Napoleon. I was wrong. So there we go. It's kind of interesting, and we could maybe so we could put in. So the other thing you could do is kind of check. So we could see what Roham has here. Oh, so Roham, interesting. So Roham has an account and also Roham's burner account. So that looks like Roham has a. You shouldn't be allowed to have two accounts. So I hope there's nothing in there. Let's have a look. So Roham's burner account, if that is him, we obviously don't know. It's just an account number. Has a $500. So he's obviously. I guess he probably had a testing account sort of thing when the thing started off. That's funny. This is what blockchain's good at, isn't it? Kind of finding these little things. But here's Roham. So there is a difference in valuation here. So this one has $15 million for Roham's account, and here we were saying, where's he gone? 19 million. So it looks like Moments Ranks is kind of is a bit higher. Obviously, if you have some of these very high-end NFTs that don't change hands very much, that's kind of hard to work out. So the most expensive ones now have sold for $200,000 is the most expensive moment so far. So if you hold one of those, you might value it at $200,000, or you might say, well, it's worth more than that because they don't sell very often. So there is a kind of there is a percentage accuracy that you have to deal with here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Whale Vault 1 here and see what that one comes in as. So Whale Vault 1 has $37 million compared to 50. So there's quite a difference here. Let's do Whale Vault 1. So here, 37. So Intangible and Evaluate have $37 million, and Moments Ranks has $50 million. So you can see this. Intangible and Evaluate are using probably roughly the same ideas. Are they actually? I mean, they're very similar. $200 difference. No, sorry, $150,000 difference. So it's pretty small. So they're very much using the same sort of algorithm. Maybe a bit more conservative. A Moments Ranked is maybe like lots of kind of estimates is going for a higher value because people are going to feel better coming here and seeing their collection's worth a lot more than it otherwise would be. So that's kind of funny. But I do think in general this kind of we don't really need it in this case because we know NBA Top Shot is a massive success already. Apparently, a sports commentator who was commentating on the basketball yesterday actually said, "Oh, that should be an NBA Top Shot moment when someone did something cool on the court." So by that point, everyone's into it and it's taken off through the roof. But it is interesting when the community is starting to build these things, and that's something. If you're looking for, is this project, is this game, is this NFT collection, gaining audience? It's not just about the money. It's not just about the launch. Is it people actually building software around it to help them better understand it and help them make better decisions? Because if you really want to use some of these, I'm not quite sure so much with this one. That this is kind of so in depth as maybe some of these other ones that are showing you, market movers. And I think Intangible, I've not really used it because I'm no expert in NBA Top Shot, but this one, it seems to have, it gives you kind of set price guides. Oh no, okay, that's not there. So maybe Intangible is on the way out. But there's different tools you can have, sort of thing. And there's this one here, looks like Top Shot Explorer. So this is probably just going to give us a list of the different transactions that are going on. Okay, that one's dead as well. So the other thing is obviously this is a moving experience. Anyway, so that's just what I was going to do today. NBA Top Shot. Let's continue to watch it. It's really kind of showing off what NFTs can do. And how easy, if you give them to people in an easily digestible manner, you can, it's kind of people adopt it. And the other thing to say is, not investment advice clearly, but so the cheapest one at the moment, the cheapest NFT here is $20. So it used to be the cheapest ones were like $1 or $2. That was even the case like a month ago. But it's still, so obviously you need things to be fairly cheap. If someone wants to get involved, obviously the price of this has dropped, has halved. So we're not saying if you buy this for $20, it's going to go up in value. But you need to have a low entry level, and I think that's the other thing NBA Dapper Labs are working towards is to have a new base set series, so people can come in and there's always ones available for like a few dollars, because even $20, it means you're going to be spending like $100 just to get 5, and start to, and you can't build any sets with that sort of thing. So I think they're going to be working on that as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World Daily. When we're looking at the world of blockchain games. So please subscribe to the channel if you like this stuff. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.